Hey, call me Shape. And today's video is titled, Black Men Push Back as Black Women Keep Blaming Them for Being Perpetually Single. Let's get right into it.
A black man dating outside his race is not the issue. The issue is the same gutter, low ball black man that dates outside his race always continues to put down black women that are minding their business. That's the issue. The truth is, there is a group of black men out there that just want to make money, have nothing else to live for, and choose to fetishize other races because ultimately they will have low standards and expectations of them as a black man. That's the issue. Keep black women out of it. If you want to go out there and be dumb and mess around with people and lose your life, go ahead and do it, but leave black women alone. And then it's funny with that Telvin, whatever his name is, his whole entire family want to reach out to the black community asking for help. Please. Absolutely not. I don't feel sorry. Nope. A black man.
So she's talking about how she didn't feel sorry for the guy I covered recently called Telvin. He got murked by his white girlfriend. And she says, always the black men that want to date outside of race. We don't care that you date outside of race. It's just you put us down. Well, baby girl, you just put us down. You just put black men down. You know, it's so funny because it's always double standards, right? It's okay for black women to do it. It's okay for black women to put black men down perpetually all the time. But the minute a black man says something he didn't like about a black girl, oh, he's evil, he's wrong. Now you hope and you're glad that someone died. Unbelievable. But we got some more clips. Let's see what they got to say about it. This girl actually respects black men, so we have a little change of heart here. So let's see what she got to say.
A certain look will make you or break you. I'm talking the long ghetto 613 not toned yellowish wigs, the hard red wigs, the caterpillar lashes, the long ghetto nails. Like a certain look will just have you so overlooked and y'all don't even realize it. Like every time I say stuff like this, girls are always like, well, I bet your man love it. I bet your man. No, he's disgusted. And let me tell you how. So I told him to go pick up some food for me because it is in the bad side of town, but I seen the reviews. They had almost 5 stars and the food looked amazing in the photo. So I made him go pick up the food and he calls me laughing like, I don't want to ruin it for you, but I saw the girl who made your dessert and it's not the same girl who made the food. And I'm like panicking because I'm like, I really wanted that dessert. So I'm like, did she look dirty? And he's like, I don't know what you mean by dirty, but she was definitely hood and I wouldn't eat it. And I was like, so what you mean by hood? Because I still really wanted to eat this dessert, y'all. Some hood people are still clean. Their house smells like bleach and Fabuloso and they're clean people. So hood doesn't necessarily mean dirty. Word for word, he was like, she looked like the typical hood Tampa chick that lives in the project and has roaches. So I was like, what you mean? Because I still wanted that dessert. And he was like, you know how they wear those matching 2-piece sets with their bellies hanging out and they have on the wigs with the baby hairs and the lashes and the nail. Like he was just going on and on and on. And I was like, well, how do you know she made the dessert? And he was like, because she was out there talking all loud and everybody could hear her. He was like, if you want to eat it, you can eat it, but I wouldn't eat it. Now take note, she could be very clean. We don't know. But when you carry a certain image, that is how people see you. And a lot of you are in that environment and your mothers are like that, your sisters are like that, your cousins are like that. So you don't see anything wrong with it, but that on the outside looking in, that is how people see you. So a lot of times if you want to elevate to another level, you have to shed that image. When you're younger, like 18, 19, 20, you can get away with certain things. But as you become a grown adult and you're trying to, attract better men, attract better environments, you have to shed a lot of that stuff or at least know how to finesse it. If you still want to wear a blonde 613 wig, go get some purple shampoo or something and tone it. Make sure that your lace isn't showing. Make sure that your baby hairs don't look crazy. Look at Savannah James. She's a perfect example of a classy woman that wears a classy black woman that wears a nice blonde wig. The crazy looking lashes, the heavy makeup, the whole look, it just has people looking at you like you're dirty. I'm sorry. A certain look.
Someone had to say it. Someone had to say it. I'm glad she said it, not us. If it was a black man saying this, okay, there would have been a lot of pushback for that, okay? Now, here's the thing. I guess she believes that black men are not lying when they say that, like, women with natural hair, because it's authenticity, right? Authenticity is so beautiful to us. See, if your hair is naturally blonde and grows blonde, that's fire, right? There's some black men, they got naturally green eyes. Shouts to them. There's some black women who got naturally hazel eyes. Shouts to them, okay? But if you put on contacts, it's not the same. I'm sorry. If you put on colored contacts, it is not the same, okay? And now, the hood black chick, I guess they're from Tampa, because you said the ghetto Tampa chick, the hood Tampa chick. You know, the hood chicks around America are all the same. There's it's like kind of like, there's like the instruction manual, right? It's like, you gotta have the baby hairs, you gotta have the chest tattoo. Some of them wear the septum ring, some of them don't. You know, that might be more for the gothy hood chicks. They got the long nails, the bat wings for the eyelashes, right? The lace front wig, and it's a complete costume. And a bad one at that. It's not even a good costume. It's a horrible costume. It's a Halloween costume, right? The costume that black women put on is a Halloween costume. And like I said, I don't know. I'd much rather a girl with her natural hair and no bat wings. Just, you know, your eyelashes are fine. I guess maybe a little bit of eyelash extensions, I guess, right? But black women do it too much. They overdo it. And they think that, you know, they're single because we're racist and we betrayed them and all stuff. No, the reason why a lot of black women are single, unmarried, undesirable, because they show up in the world in a way that only them could appreciate. Only you could appreciate it, okay? Especially the chest tattoo. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everyone that got a chest tattoo. I don't get it. Okay, I know some people like it, okay? But it's so common, right? Even if it's not just chest tattoo, they get the little tattoo right here. So, you know, if they wear a bra strap, you see like words coming across here. It's like monkey see, monkey do. Everyone gets the same tattoo, same scheme. It's unattractive. And this is not just black girls. It's just ghetto girls in general. All ghetto girls. You know, when I was growing up, the tattoo was on the shoulder. Then the tattoo was on the leg. Now the tattoo's on the chest. Everyone has, like, their generational most popular place. But it's all a bad idea. All of it. But I do have a black guy who wants to talk about why dating as a black man and why we actually are pushing back at black women, blaming us for them being single. We actually don't really want them. But you know what? Instead of me saying it, I'm going to let another black man say it, because y'all think we think so differently as black men. We think so differently. Not all black men think that way. Well, if you don't think we all think the same, well, let's see what he has to say.
Hey, this message is for men in general, black men specific. You know, I'm always show love to my brothers because I want us to win. I want to see more black love and marriages. But I see a lot of brothers, as I scroll through my TikTok and all that, I see a lot of brothers talking about how horrible it is out here dating. And I can agree to a certain extent that it is a little shiesty out here, but I want to say this. First off, black men, you have the power to change the dating market and the narrative that is out there. You do. But the number one thing that I feel like a lot of brothers have to do is, bro, you have to get serious and genuine about your intent. Meaning this, I was once what you would call a wolf in sheep clothing. I graduated from college. I got a good job. I have my own car, my own place. I ain't never asked no woman for nothing. So I thought by default that already made me better than some of the dudes who were quote unquote street hood or whatever like that. So I was the wolf dressed in sheep clothing for real. Meaning I came into a lot of women's life thinking that just because I knew God and, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't out here thugging, my pants was not below my ass. I thought that I was ripped. I thought like that qualified me right there. But for real, I wanted to do the same thing that them street niggas wanted to do. I just wanted to hit for real. So I think a lot of men is going wrong simply because, number one, they either simping using money trying to win a woman over, or they come in dressed as wolves in sheep clothing. Bro, if you don't have character development and you don't have a good spirit and you not being led by, you know, Christ, bro, I don't care what you got, bro. Your relationship is gonna fail and you gonna have a hard time dating out here because you're not pure and God know your intentions really. So he gonna let it fail regardless. So, man, a lot of y'all, man, y'all just gotta get right, man. Learn to say no. I don't care how thick a woman is, how whatever, man, bro. Learn to say no, and I promise you, you will find what you're looking for out here, because there are so many available, beautiful black women out here. But you got to get right with your intent. You got to stop being so ego-driven, and you got to stop also being so sexual. You know what I'm saying? I know we all want somebody that look good, but bro, sometimes them looks will have you in a spiral out here, bro, getting spent. So if you really want a good black woman, I'm telling you, man, get your character right, man. Get everything about you right, from your body, your mind, and your spirit. And bro, I promise you, you will attract the right black woman. Or in general, for men of all races, bro, you will attract the right woman. But you got to get right with your intent, man. Wolves dressed in sheep clothing, I promise you, that's going to keep you in a lustful cycle of just having sex and situationships, man. You got to get serious about what you want. When you get serious about what you want, you will say no to stuff that does not fit where you're trying to go in life. That's my advice for y'all. And I got something for you women later, too, because y'all getting out of hand, too. But right now, this is for the men.
Appreciate you, brother. You saying a lot of stuff that I agree with, and I've never heard what he had to say before. I could just guess. Because a lot of black men, we're sensible. Okay, we're not out of place. We're not so strange with our conclusions. Okay, we're not delusional. Okay, we kind of understand the world as it is. And he said something that's very important. He talking about being a wolf in sheep's clothing. What he's pretty much saying is he knows the game, but he plays along, right? He knows that, hey, look, if I come off the way I really am, is going to turn her off. So instead, I got to dress like a sheep and manipulate her, show her what she really wants, and that's how I get what I want. And nowadays, that's the best way, unfortunately, to succeed as a man in the dating market, is you got to lie, you got to deceive. And I hate it, right? I hate it. I turned into the guy at one point where I don't want to say I was love bombing girls, but I was love bombing. I wouldn't say I was loving them, but I was just kind of like doting over girls. Like, yo, man, because I was getting some baddies, bro. I don't even lie. I was just straight up saying, like, yo. And I got to a point in my life where, like, my confidence got to the point where I was like, yo, straight up, yo, you just bad, yo. Straight like that. You know what I'm saying? I won't lie. Girls liked it. And I started to see myself. I was like, wait a minute. I could do this for every girl. You know what I'm saying? I started coming up with ways to deceive everybody. So now every girl I talk to is beautiful, pretty, gorgeous, right? I mean, tell them what they want to hear, right? But that gets old, right? If you can't say no to a baddie, right? If you can't reject a very attractive girl, you got some growing to do, okay? You got some maturing to do. I'm telling you, because at some point you're going to realize it's this simple. You're going to doing all this hard work, right? You're dressed like a sheep. You're trying to finesse. You're trying to convince her you really like her. You're taking out on dates. You're spending money on her. All just to do what? Just to see her butthole when you look down. All that. Okay? Let me tell you something, man. Everyone got one, okay? So, it's almost like you can't wait to see something. It's all the same. It's all the same. Yo, men, we like variety. We do. Because we like to deal with different girls. There's a little novelty to it. But the reality of it is, even with variety, it's all still the same. It's all still the same. I'm sorry to say that. The women are different. The energy is different. The feeling is different. It hits your ego different when you have variety. But I remember there's a point in my life where I felt like, oh man, I only hooked up with 4 or 5 girls. And I was in a serious relationship. I was like, I'm not ready for this to be a long-term relationship and this to be like the last relationship of my life. I need to go out there and crack some skins. You know what I'm saying? I need to add more notches to my count. And I went out and did that and found out that I wasn't really missing nothing. Okay, and I went through it, and you might do it as well. You might go through it and figure out, but it ain't worth nothing, man. It's just buttholes, and some of them smell. That's the worst part, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's a pretty girl. Okay, so shout out to that man. He definitely had the information. But we have another black woman that's trying to push back and put us in our place. Let's see what she got to say.
Black men are something different. Black men are something different, okay? Yeah, all men matter, love all men, blah, blah, blah. I'm talking about black men right now, okay? I'm in the store, struggling, trying to get this big old bag of dog food off the shelf. Who came to my rescue with the quickness? Black man. When I tell you that man came out of nowhere, he flew down the aisle. And they be all ages. Ooh. What's this man doing? Look at him. Sir. Y'all. Okay, he good. I like the doors of the quickness, because what are you doing? He wasn't a black man. When I say that man flew down the aisle, y'all, he flew down the aisle out of nowhere. Snatched that bag up, put it under my cart. I said, I appreciate it, girl. Yeah. It wasn't for no accolade, no attention, no nothing. And they be all ages. They be young, they be middle-aged, they be old. I encounter a lot of men while I'm in public, okay? The ones who gonna make sure I'm good, who gonna look after your girl, black men. That man didn't have to just help me come get that dog food like that. You know how many times I bought dog food? When my man is there, my man gets it. But when my man is not there, all kind of men walk past me all the time. See me struggling, they just walk on past. But the black man, though, he gonna come to my rescue every time. Got stuck in a snowstorm in the neighborhood one time. Bad, like down bad, terrified, by myself. Who came to my rescue? 4 black men. Came to my rescue and gave me enough space to where I felt safe and secure. Bulldozed me out, pulled me out, didn't let me bat an eye. Y'all, that was not my neighborhood I got stuck in, and when it was not in the best area. I don't know those people, they didn't know me, and yet came through for your girl. Mind you, in my own neighborhood, to men that don't be, they be looking at me like, you got it. You open up the door for your wife and your family and you slam the door on my arm, you ain't it. But the black man, though, he gonna open the door for me and all of my kids as well. We love a black king. We love a black man. I don't care what society says, portrays. We love a black man, okay? Shout out to the black man. It's giving my daddy and my brother and my husband energy. Top tier black men who know how to treat a woman, who not gonna let you bat an eye, who not gonna let you want for anything. I can do it. I'm an independent woman, but they don't make me do it. I don't have to do it with them there. Black men something different. Black men are something different. Y'all.
And I'm glad she said that. This is a married woman who has had a great experience with black men. A great experience, right? She's actually very proud of her experience with black men. But guess what? She has a husband. She has a father. She has brothers. She understands us. This girl understands us, okay? And look, I know we make videos, we talk about how we don't want to date a single mom, but it doesn't mean that when we see them in traffic, we won't help them. I'd help a single mom. I'd help her change her tire. I'd help put air in her tire. I'd help her get her groceries to her car if she needed help. And I don't look at any of this as simping. No, I don't. I look at it as being a man, okay? When you're a man, you show up like a man everywhere you go, okay? You help the weak. You help the less fortunate. That's what it means to be a man. You got to have some principles. All these dudes running around looking out for themselves and other people, they're not going to amount to nothing, man. I want to be a successful man, and I know to be successful, right, I need to have principles. I need to have standards of my own performance, my own behavior, okay? And to me, part of those things is, you know, I'm not saying I'm chivalrous per se, but I do hold the door open for people. When I go to the gym, there's someone walking behind me, I hold the door open for them. Does everyone say thank you? No, right? But majority of them do, right? And I'm not doing it for the thank you. I'm doing it because, you know what? I'm a leader, you know what I'm saying? And I don't rule with an iron fist. I rule with love, okay? And so I originally thought this video was this black lady pushing back at black men. I guess I was wrong about that. Maybe I should have done a little bit more research onto it. But from what I could tell is that she actually loves having us around. And we love having you around too. Okay? And the reason why a lot of black women are single, because they're not like her. They don't got their daddies, right? They don't have respect for men. You notice every black woman who is married and happy, they all respect black men. You can't be happy as a wife and not respect your man, okay? And the men of your community. You can't be. So shout out to her. I'm really appreciative that she came through and let y'all know what it means to be a black woman and respect black men, okay? But we got one more. This girl ain't too happy, okay? I mean, I was thinking about her originally, but now that we're on her video, let's talk about it.
I just went to brunch with a couple of my homegirls after church, and there were 5 of us. 4 of us were black, 1 was white. And the 4 of us black girls were single. And the white girl is in a happy, healthy, thriving relationship. Her partner is Hispanic, and they have been dating for a few months now. But, like, the normal progression: met, hit it off, went on a few dates, got in a relationship, long distance right now, meeting parents soon. Like, the normal. Okay? No gray, no limbo, no nothing like that. And then me and all my black homegirls are talking about our relationship status, and all of us are single, for sure. All of us are, like, actively dating, some more active than others, but nonetheless single. But then we're kind of telling the stories of, like, the guys that we're talking to or have gone on recent dates with. And, like, these struggle stories are insane. And for reference, we're all in between 27 and 29, maybe 30. Why is this the commonality with me and all my black girls? Like, faithfully. Not just this group of black girls, but, like, so many. My closest friends, my black girlies that I've met on assignments, out, like, all my black girlies that exclusively date black men are on a struggle bus. And a part of me is like, just get off the bus, date other races, start dating any other race. And there is something in my stomach that immediately just gets sick at that thought. I want black love. I once read this article, and it was saying how black women need to start dating outside of their race because it's not working. Like, it broke down all these statistics and all these things. And I did a poll on my Instagram story. Like, would you rather date down or date down within your race? So date down with a black man. So, you know, let go of some of your non-negotiables, a man that makes less than you, a man that, like, whatever your non-negotiables are, date down from those, or date white. And a majority of black women said they would rather date down. And I'm like, what is the chokehold? I'm asking myself, what is the chokehold? Like, I myself would rather date down than date outside of my race. And it's just so frustrating. It's so frustrating. I wish I had more to say than that. I am very frustrated with dating at this point. And I get the girlies that are like, decenter men and focus on your relationship with God and focus on your friendships and da-da-da-da. And that's what my 20s has been all about. My friends, traveling, catching a fight, doing whatever I want to do, spending money willy-nilly. Like, that's what I do. Like, y'all not trying to come home to the same person every day? Y'all not trying to fold his laundry? Y'all not trying to cook dinner? Y'all not trying to go to Pilates after you make your kids lunch? Oh, we got different goals. So I just went.
Very funny to me, right? Because, you know, the assumption is date down. You got to date down for black men. And I find that so interesting because I know so many successful black men that are single, including myself, and black women give us a hard time, right? The reason why a lot of these girls are single because they want to control men. I say this over and over again. The black men that these women want, they want to control them. And those men don't want to be controlled. Therefore, they never wife those girls up. They're chronically single. The women look around and they don't see any men that they really desire. So now they look to date down. Okay? But if you want to date up, there's a way to date up, baby. You got to be attractive to the black man. What does a black man want? What does a black man want? We're not that complex. Okay? She's decently attractive. I give her a 5. Shout out to her. Okay? I should give her a 5. Okay? She's average. That's okay. You know, but the truth of the matter is that black men, right? Your looks, right away I could tell your looks, they're okay. You should be able to get with a decent black man. Okay, but don't necessarily. But decent doesn't mean he's gonna make more money than you. You guys always want someone to make more money than you. In general, black men, we do make more money than black women in general. But there's these selected, high performing, high earning black women that go around making videos like this. There's a bunch of them, right? They make a good living for themselves. Some of them bought houses for themselves. And again, what kind of man do they want? A man that's going to come in there and tell them what to do? No, they want a man that they can control because that makes them feel safe. That makes them feel comfortable. But they're not concerned about your comfort. As a black man, being ruled by a woman ain't nothing comfortable about that. No, it don't sit right with me spiritually. Y'all talk about you rather be trapped in the woods with a bear than a man? I'd rather be stuck on top of a roof than in a house with an unruly woman. Yeah, straight biblical, okay? I'd rather be stuck on a corner of a roof than be trapped inside a house with an unruly woman. And a lot of black women are unruly. There's no telling them what to do. There's no controlling them. No, my daddy didn't tell me nothing. I ain't had no daddy, so my daddy couldn't tell me anything. You can't tell me anything. This and this. A lot of them just don't know authority. They're kind of like black men. A lot of black women are kind of like the black men that go to jail, right? They just don't know boundaries. They don't have no respect for authority. It's the same thing. These single mom households produce disasters from everybody, men and women. The women are rhying, the men are rhying. Everybody's an issue, okay? And I hope the black community improves because to me, the minute that black women change their mind, change their approach, they'll get the results they want. They think we need a change. They think they need to date a man of another race. No, you don't need to do none of that, okay? All you need to do is be competitive and understand that a black man does not want to be controlled by his woman. All right. Anyway, like this video, subscribe to the channel. Channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you over there.